What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Today I want to go over my December TBR. TBR stands for to be read, for if you don't know. I have quite a pile to attack this month. I think I can get through all of it. If I get through all of it, I have some books to read that are like on the bubble. But I'm not going to go over those. But I do have an exciting TBR to go over. So far on December 1st, day of shooting this video, I've already completed Strangers from the Sky. I will have a review later this week for this amazing book. It's amazing. So that book was really good. I'm just going to stick it right there. I am currently reading Mass Effect today. I should be done with it easily by tomorrow. It's pretty simple read. So I might, you'll see my hand waving to call my wife to help me because I have quite the pile here. And then after that, I have Star Wars Tales from Jabba's Palace. This is a collection of short stories. And I think I just saw a picture in there. I'm excited to get to this. I guess I'm not big on short stories, but I heard from some of the expanded universe fans that this is essential reading in the expanded universe. So we shall give it a shot. I'm gonna read it. And then we have my Star Trek Section 31 Abyss. As I'm following a list that I'm reading that was curated off Reddit for people coming into Star Trek blind, which I'm not totally blind now. We've been binging The Next Generation and all that. So, but there's a list. If you're interested in the list, I can definitely copy and paste it and tell you what it is. But this is next after I finish the Avatar books. So that would be next. And I'm going to go ahead and just shelve it while I'm here. And get these out of the way. Okay, so, and then after that, we have Alien Covenant Origins. From what I've seen and heard from people online, this book is absolutely trash, but I'm going to read it anyways. So, sometimes what people think is trash, others think is treasure. I doubt I will. And then for my off-the-wall read this month, we have Debbie McComber, 12 Days of Christmas. My wife and I, we're in a little book club, but half our book club is gone now. So she read this and finished it today. So I'm going to give it a read this weekend, Saturday morning probably. And it's a pretty short read, so I'll be done within an hour or so. And we actually have another Debbie McComber book coming that I might squeeze in. But she's going to pick one of the books out of my TBR to read. We're going to read two books together. So it'd be that 12 Days of Christmas book by Debbie McComber, which is basically a Hallmark movie in a book. If you've ever watched a corn dog Christmas Hallmark movies, that's what it is. So excited for that. And then next, it'll be Star Trek Blackfire from the original series. This is number 8 in the series. I'm pretty excited for that. As, like I said, Strangers from the Sky was really good. And then I have Star Wars, The Mandalorian Armor, The Bounty Hunter Wars, Book 1. Pretty excited for this. Actually, I lie. I'm not that excited for it because I'm not a huge fan of the Bounty Hunters. But these books may surprise me, so I can't wait to get to it. Yeah, next to Jabba. And then we have, I read the Thrawn trilogy last month and I loved it. So I wanted to read something else by Timothy Zahn. And I do have a standalone book here. And by the cover alone, I can tell you I'm going to love it. So it looks beefy, but no, it's beefy. It's like 554 pages and the font's kind of small. So that's why I'm saying some of these towards the end of the list I may not get to because like the next book is huge and the font is miniature. It's minuscule. And that is Star Trek Deep Space Nine Mission Gamma Book 1 of 4. I'm real excited for it though. But look at the font. It is tiny. So this might take me, it's going to take me a couple of days. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. Not getting through my whole TBR because I read a lot in November. So, and then after that, you guessed it, another Star Wars book. We have Book 2 in the Bounty Hunter Wars trilogy, Slave Ship. This one, these are pretty short and the font's big. So, I mean, this is like a day read. If I read it on the weekend, I could probably finish the whole trilogy on the weekend. But I like to split up my TBR so I don't get any burnout on Star Trek and Star Wars. So, excited for that one.
Would that even be possible for you?
I don't think so. And then we have, I don't know if these guys are indie authors or what they are. They have a publisher here, Wargate, an imprint of Galaxy's Edge Press. So I'm assuming that this is a legit press. I mean, I don't know, but I am really hyped up for this. This might get bumped up if I'm feeling it. I might bump it up early, switch it with something else. I don't know. But Doomsday Recon. This, from what I read online about it and reviews, it's like a, what do we read? They're like Catholics or something. I don't even know. It's some kind of sci-fi military slash religious slash looks psychotic on the cover. I can't wait to get to it slash excited. So we'll see. Yeah. And then after that, we have Star Trek The Next Generation Nightshade. Two of my favorite characters from the show, so can't wait to read a book where they're being main characters in it. It's just a little shorty, so this is a good Sunday morning sitting after church. Get it read, have a good time with it. So I can't wait for that. And then you guessed it, we have Star Wars Hard Merchandise, The Bounty Hunter Wars Book 3. I do enjoy this cover with the Emperor and the, forgot what the red guys are called, but pretty cool. So we'll see. And like I said, it's just a little shorty, so I will fly through this bad boy. I'm ready to go. Okay, and then my other, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. Could be a DNF, but we'll see. We have what I'm assuming is an indie author. Let's see. Definitely, because the copyright is to her. This book came out in 2020. The cover looks pretty cool, but if I'm reading it and it's just, you take a risk when you read indie authors, but the reviews are really good for it. But if there's a bunch of like just stuff I'm not into, I will have no problem. I'll be upset because I spent some money on this one. It was an impulse buy, so I'm gonna read it. But if it's too like cringe, I will toss it. So no big deal. I'm not gonna toss it. A bookstore opened up near us recently, so I will donate it. But we'll see. It could be amazing. You never know. I've been surprised a lot. I'm not being mean. She said I'm being mean. It's not mean. There's still a price tag on this bad boy. Somebody, it goes somewhere up there at the top. I need to rearrange the bookshelf. Anyways, next, you guessed it, is Star Trek, but this time it's going to be the motion picture by Gene Roddenberry. The wife and I watched the movie a while back. She probably don't remember it at all, but it was just like a week ago. But I remember it, and I liked it a lot. It was good, so I'm excited to read this. I did see from Jonathan Cohn's channel that there's some weird, like, sex stuff in there, but they don't go all the way through with it, so that's good. So we'll see what happens in that one. Make sure I don't mess up my covers getting them in there. And then next, I mean, you probably figured it out. We are finally getting to the X-Wing series. I'm excited to get through the first 7 books in this series, and we're going to start with Rogue Squadron. Now, this is probably where there's potential that I may not get to this bad boy till the end of the month, but I'm thinking I'll be fine, and I'm thinking I'll have about a week or so left by the time I finish this one. So if I do, I'm definitely excited for Off Armageddon Reef. I wish I would have started with his Honor Harrington series, because the first book is a lot shorter. This is a beefy 770 something page book, and it's got an index and a glossary at the end. So I don't know. We'll see. This may be when I get to it, I'll be like, I'm not ready for it. I'll just wait. I am excited to get to David Weber's stuff, but it could wait. I could read something else. I have more Star Wars and Star Trek on the bubble. So then if I get through everything, either way, this book's going to be either finishing out the year or beginning the next year. We have Red Rabbit continuing on in the Jack Ryan universe. So this will be book 3 in the universe if I'm following an order made by the fans. So super excited for that. And then if for some reason I finish everything, I'm going to go ahead and read next would be Mission Gamma 2 on the list. This is book 2 of 4, The Gray Spirit. And if I finish that and somehow have some time, I'm going to read Wedge's Gamble. Star Wars Wedge's Gamble. I'll pop that in. And if some reason I still have time this month, I have Time Cop novelization by S.D. Perry coming, and a C.J. Cherry fantasy novel called The Paladin. And then I think I slapped another Star Trek book on there. I don't know which one. I think it was The Rift or something. One of the shorter ones I slapped on the list. So I doubt I'll read that many, but I don't know. I got through quite a bit in November. Even reading the big giant book I read, I probably could have read. I said in the ranking video, I could have read like 10 Star Trek or Star Wars books, but realistically, it could have been 3 or 4, but still, you know. So, no nonfiction books for me this month. That World War II book broke me, and I'm probably going to take till about February or March before I pop a nonfiction in. So, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to be plenty busy with Star Trek and Star Wars. I'd like to read at least 70 to 80 books each of those next year. So, and I know I can do it. It's just there's other things I want to read too, like the Alien series, the novelizations, and then there's other books within the series. I want to try some fantasy, whether it be the Shannara Chronicles or CJ Cherry's fantasy stuff, or even Robert Jordan. I see everybody has that on their shelves. I want to read some other sci-fi stuff. I want to try some other authors. Rick Partlow has my attention. I really want to try his stuff. Some indie authors I want to try. Like I still have Almagam Book 2 by Mike Duke I want to get to in January. And then so there's a lot of stuff I want to read. I want to read some other stuff by, I don't even own it. I got to go find it. Margaret Wander Bonanno. Bonanno? That's a pretty sweet. This book was so good. I may have another one of her original series books back behind this pile. I would have to look. But if I do, I'll probably give it a read because her writing was phenomenal. That book was phenomenal. And I'm trying to convince my wife into reading it for our second shared book of the month. But this book is also really good that I started today. I've seen a lot of people on Reddit trashing it. Man, they must not be big readers because it's just basically what the game is. It's military sci-fi action from right away. So pretty cool. It doesn't start off action packed, but I'm only 40 pages in. The writing is really good, and I knew when I opened it up that the author was going to be good because I see he wrote the Darth Bane trilogy and some other Star Wars books that I know the fans of the expanded universe really like. So I haven't read those yet. I'll get to those probably in 2027, but it's so far his writing is exceptional. So we'll see how it goes. But that's the video today, guys. Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. We'll link our TikTok and our Instagram down below. So go check it out. And yeah, that's that. Later.